Welcome to Neutral Voices, the place where your voice matters, and it truly matters tonight because this is the voice of the people. And we're going to continue our discussion about the presence of the black woman. But before we get into our discussion, if you have not already, please go over to our YouTube page, click like and share, hit the notification bell so you'll get these good conversations when they pop up and you'll be in the conversation with us. How's everybody doing tonight?
Life's good, my man. How you holding up?
We're doing good. We're doing good. We got our panel and we got a couple of people from our guests from last night are back into the room. So we're going to go ahead and get into this discussion. But before we get into the discussion, I want to put out some facts, some things we didn't hit last night, but that are framework our conversation for tonight. Is that okay with everybody?
Let's get it. Let's go.
Okay. Now, we were talking about the presence of the black woman. The black woman makes up only 7.4% of the U.S. population. Black women on average are currently paid 63 cents to every dollar a non-Hispanic white male makes. In a month, that's $2,009 less. In a year, that's $24,110 less. And in a 40-year career, that's $900,400 less than a white man makes compared to black women. Black women is disproportionately represented in most low-wage positions. But here's the funny part about that. Black women are the most educated black or population group in the U.S. So they're the most educated, but seemingly the less paid. The most underpaid. But here's another thing. Here's another good thing about black women. In 2020 and 21 in the elections, they won more congressional seats in history, and they're on pace in these coming elections, to outpace them again in congressional seats, Senate seats, and gubernatorial seats. So black women are present, but how do we see them still in America?
And before you go from statistics, I want to say this one, black women, but black moms. Black moms, too, have relatively high labor participation at the unemployment office, etc. But I want to just point this out. We kind of talked about their role in the household, and I know we're probably going to get into more of that tonight. But this says black mothers, 2/3 of whom are equal, primary, or sole earners in their household, have higher labor force participation rates other than other moms. Yeah. So when we start talking about the man's present in the home and the mother's present, so I just want to make sure we understand that.
That was a great segue, Doc V, because that leads us right into one of our first comments. This is from William Curry. Why do women who assume the position of the head of the household or leader of the house not allow the man who is doing what is needed to be in the rightful place as the head? It becomes that I don't need a man thing. So you got men that's stepping up to the plate, willing to do their jobs, but women are, they're most educated, they're most, they're in this position where they're now saying that they don't need men. And if you have a man, it's some women out there that don't allow men to be men.
Well, that's his fault.
I agree with that.
Let's hear it.
That's his fault.
When you said that's his fault, you said it's his fault that she's taking over the household?
No, that's his fault because he's not standing up and taking his post.
That's it.
Period.
So she feels like she has to. Is that what you're
saying? No. If he's letting her run him, a lioness don't run a lion.